Combo Breaker is finally upon us. You know, last year when Brian Fury leaked, that's when everything turned sour. The Moonsault Slayer started spoiling the game for everyone, putting stuff in the thumbnails and the titles. I made all of Twitter mad. In hindsight, I probably wouldn't have done that. But you live and you learn. Now we're in 2024 and we're once again waiting for the announcements. Also the legendary matchups. And in this video, I just want to talk about everything that's going on and also everything you should know and should be expecting. Shape your expectations. So first off, in the thumbnail, I have this awesome Lydia artwork. This comes from Yellow Motion. This person created a free pack that includes all the characters in Tekken 8, and you can use it for your cell phones. Go over there, download it, and use it. By the way, while you're here, like and subscribe. Now for Combo Breaker, one thing that I really love about Combo Breaker is that it really feels like old school FGC, where Evo Japan and Evo Vegas is kind of shaping and it's kind of changing. They're kind of like being more casual, I would say. Combo Breaker really feels like that hardcore event, and every year they bring the heat. This time around, there's not sleeping at all. You have over 74 voices commentating this event. You have so many legendary commentators here. What I truly appreciate about tournaments like this is just hearing so many different personalities and voices and opinions and perspectives. It's really amazing. Now, for Street Fighter 6, this is very important. It says the patch releasing on May 22nd, so that's already released, will be used. Akuma will be legal. While Combo Breaker is displeased with this patch release date, we polled our registered players and over 81% of them want to run it. And this is always something that's kind of controversial. Whenever an update is released so close to tournaments, a lot of people were upset. Well, I'm speaking more so for Tekken. They were like, give us time to learn these things, to adapt to the new patch notes so we don't get blown up by some random garbage that, you know, it's random tech. But Street Fighter players, they're all for the chaos. This 81% says, let us have the new patch. So that's going to be interesting. Honestly, I want to see Akuma in action as well. Now, as for Tekken 8, of course, they'll be using the latest update for the game, Eddie, the new patch, Dragunov nerfs, a lot of great things, but there is a lot of hitbox issues. We've been talking a lot about this, and I really don't want to stress it so much, but all it takes is for one crazy incident and then boom, that clip will go viral and it won't really look good for Tekken 8. I hope they could get these situations under control fast, but hopefully nothing like that happens. Now, as for Arslan Ash, he wasn't able to make Evo Japan and I was devastated, but he's confirmed that he arrived in Chicago. Touchdown. Excellent. Now, I don't know if there's any other Pakistan players there. Usually Arslan Ash travels with his team, his boys, his dogs. So expect the Pakistani players to be there, and also NEE. So it's going to be some crazy matches. You know, Arslan and Pakistan has been doing really good. Joka has been doing really good. NEE has been struggling. Can he come back? Can he, you know, do the impossible? But then also let's talk about the Americans defending home territory. This is their point. This is their time to prove themselves. Because also while Evo Japan was going on, I believe there was a tournament happening in Texas or something like that. And a lot of American players didn't travel. So a lot of things are just coming together at once at Combo Breaker, so it's going to be legendary for that reason. Now, when you talk about announcements, I think we do not have confirmation, but I think they definitely will announce something. You just talk about the attention is kind of shifting towards other games, Street Fighter, Multiverses. Tekken 8 is kind of sleeping right now. And Combo Breaker, as for players, it is leading the pack. 1,620 players showed up. For Street Fighter, it's 1,400. So that's 200 more. With all of the other games already getting their announcements out of the way, this is Tekken's time to do something big. And yes, Harada will actually be there. Because if we go back to this tweet that he made on 5/7, he said, come to think of it, reacting to the numbers. He says, come to think of it, I visited Chicago many times, but I never done proper sightseeing. Can you give me some recommendations on where to go? So this is basically him saying that he will be there and, you know, give him some good restaurants, give him some good places, but When he's in town, usually it's an announcement. Not all the time, but a lot of the times. And I don't want to emphasize this too much, but I think it's fair. Combo Breaker has established themselves as being one of the biggest tournaments of the year. It goes Evo, Combo Breaker, and then like CEO. So expecting an announcement is not far off, especially if you think about what can be announced. Now, we all know about this June update. June, where they're adding in all of these defensive options into the game, talking about changing throws, changing the heat system, a trailer, or some kind of like follow-up announcements, maybe the announcement of a Tekken talk, something just pointing towards that direction, saying players, remember, a defense update is coming and we're either going to talk about it now or talk about it later. So that's something that they definitely want to highlight because they need to explain that to the general audience before Evo shows up so people can know what to expect, right? But then another thing, right, when you talk about the real announcements, in this screenshot that they showed us in the trailer from like a month ago, in the summer section, you have the new stage Seaside Resort. You also have photo mode. Now, I'm assuming that Seaside Resort will be out before Evo Vegas because it just makes sense. And if that's the case, I think they would probably show it at Combo Breaker and then release it in between, like June, July, somewhere around there. Now, photo mode, I really don't know where that's at in terms of development. It could come at the same time. Like if you think about it, these two things are boxed together, so maybe they'll drop it at the same time. But we'll just have to wait and see. Now, of course, story mode, that comes later. Online practice, later. Ghost versus Ghost, later. Now, let's talk about the character Lydia. She also drops summer as well. And now, once again, I do think she probably will be out before Evo Japan. So, summer officially starts on the 20th, 21st, or 22nd, depending on where you live, your time zone. So at Combo Breaker, one or two things will happen. Either they will just dump a lot of stuff right now, or they will just maybe give us a little bit stuff, and then they'll announce a Tekken talk, and then they'll do a Tekken talk maybe like June 20th or something. I could see them breaking it up in two sections and not just overwhelming the audience with a bunch of stuff at Combo Breaker. Because the Combo Breaker, well, generally, when you're doing an announcement at like Evo Vegas or Evo Japan, Combo Breaker, you kind of want to keep it short, sweet, but exciting. You don't want to give a 30-minute long tech talk like you're doing a Tekken talk, right? So I'm expecting some announcements, some kind of news, but they'll probably be pointing us in a direction of something greater to come. But whatever they show, whatever they say, I will definitely be covering it at the end. So come back to the channel, subscribe. I will also be restreaming it, breaking it down after. You guys already know. But that is it for now. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Like and subscribe, and bye-bye.